Yo, what's going on everyone? Z Karma here, back with another first Descendant video. Today, I'll be going over one of the best Transcendent modules, specifically for Fiesta, and this is going to be a module called Bloodedness. This module will basically allow you to spam your skills more often and also give you higher damage with your skills. And of course, I'm going to be doing a full breakdown of this module for you with math and everything. So hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to like it. Anyway, starting off, let's just take a read at this. It says, when using skill, increases skill power and decreases skill cost and skill cooldown. Frost roads are not created when moving. So if you guys don't know what Transcendent modules do, they usually replace one of your skills. So in this case, it's replacing this second skill here for Fiesta. And the only difference is that you won't leave those ice trails behind. I'm sure you guys have used it before. And instead of that, you will get increased skill power and you can use your skills more often and at a less MP cost. So let's hover over the new skill and see what it does. As you see, the duration is 20 seconds. The skill power increase is 5%. So my skills will do 5% more damage. My MP cost decrease. MP is a little blue bar at the bottom of your screen, which used up anytime you use a skill. So it decreases the cost of skills. And it also reduces their cooldown rate by 20%. Now, let's go ahead and explain everything one by one. So I want to start off with the skill power increase of 5%. So before we do anything, I do want to show you or tell you that this skill power increase of 5% is going to be additive with the mounting percentage. So you see this mounting, Thunder Cage mounting gives me a 160% skill power. That basically means a 60% increase, okay? So instead of 60% increase, it would actually be 65% increase if I used Bloodedness. And the reason why I emphasize that is because the more increases you have in a certain damage group, you get diminishing returns. So if you're always mounting, don't expect to get an additional 5% on top of the damage you're currently doing. It's not going to really be a 5% increase. It's going to be more like, I don't know, depends on your damage, but let's say just around a 3%, 2%, or 4%, I don't know, but it's not going to be 5% total because that's not how it's applied. It's not applied to your total damage. It's additive with this one, okay? So it'll be a 65% increase if you're mounting and using Bloodedness. Now let me show you an example. I'm going to unmount. So to unmount, I just got to switch weapons. So I'm not holding the Thunder Cage anymore. So I won't get that 60%, okay? So let's do our damage without Bloodedness with the shards. We do 56,279 or whatever that was. Now, if I activate Bloodedness and then we use our shards, we do 59,093, which is a 5% increase. Which is great, right? It does what it needs to do. Yeah, and it also does it when we do mounting. So let's mount. Assuming that they're multiplicative, the damage we just did, we will do a 60% increase to that, and we will get that damage on screen. I'm not going to do the math right here while making the video, but you'll see it on screen. We should be doing that damage, but the problem is they are not multiplicative. This 60% increase and the 5% from Bloodedness are actually additive. So instead, we're taking the initial damage without Bloodedness, and then we're going to apply Bloodedness and Thunder Cage mounting together, so we do a 65% increase to that. And as you see, that's the damage we're going to do. So we're mounting, Bloodedness, shards, 92, whatever that was, and that was the 65% increase. Now you know that 5% increase from Bloodedness if you're mounting, which more than likely you are because you want more skill power. Instead of 160% skill power, you'll be doing 165% skill power. In other words, a 65% increase. Okay, moving on, let's go over MP cost decrease. So what is MP? Is that blue bar at the bottom that shows how much MP you have. I don't even know what MP stands for. I don't think anyone does. Anyway, so I have some pre-recorded gameplay here. I'm using the Blizzard Without cold-bloodedness, and you see that's how much of the bar it's used up. Then I also tried it with cold-bloodedness active, and then that's how much is used. So yeah, you definitely use up less of that bar. So there's a 20% decrease in cost. And in fact, let me just explain real quick. So for example, this one has an MP cost. You see MP cost of 38. So a 20% decrease to that. How do you calculate a 20% decrease? It's pretty simple. You take 20% of 38 and then subtract it from 38. So essentially you do 38 minus 38 times 0.2 is going to be your new cost, which is pretty cool. Then of course you can combine these with modules that increase your MP, increase your MP recovery, and you'll be in good hands. Anyway, let's move on from the MP side of things. Let's go over the cooldown reduction rate. For this one, again, it reduces cooldown by 20%. And I tested this and it works as well. So basically, let's say the cooldown for Blizzard is 60 seconds. To get a 20% reduction to that, you do 60 minus 20% of 60. So you do 60 minus 60 times 0.2, and it gives you 48. It'll be 48-second cooldown if I use cold-bloodedness. What's even cooler about this is that I can, let's go to setting 3. I have a bunch of mods that will decrease my skill cooldown even further, and those are automatically applied. Watch. If I look at Blizzard, it says now my cooldown is 47.3 seconds. So if I activate cold-bloodedness, which again, I already tested this and it works, get a 20% decrease to that. So you do 47.3 minus 20% of that. So 47.3 minus 47.3 times 0.2, and you get that. And that is exactly how long my cooldown was. And I know some of you may wonder, which I wondered as well, what happens when cold-bloodedness runs out? Will the cooldown still keep up that rate? And the answer is yes. The duration of cold-bloodedness is only 20 seconds. However, when you apply that cooldown reduction rate, it's applied for the cooldown itself. It's not a rate that keeps up while cold-bloodedness is active. The fact that I have cold-bloodedness active and I activate my skill, for example, that cooldown rate will remain at 20% faster throughout until it basically recharges. So it doesn't matter if my cold-bloodedness runs out, my skill is going to have a 20% faster cooldown throughout it. Hope you guys understand that. This is basically going to be the skill you want to use if you want to spam your skills with Viesa and do lots and lots of damage. Probably get rid of bosses pretty quickly with this, so I'm excited to see what type of builds you guys make with this information I provided. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, and if you didn't, make sure to drop a dislike. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.